When people talk about China, it's usually the same things: censorship, blocked apps, cameras everywhere, no freedom. But today, I just gonna take you through my day, from how I live to how much I make, what actually feels restrict, what doesn't, and what a normal workday in China looks like.
I'm Hansen. I'm 28. I live alone in Chongqing. And this is how my day starts. Usually it starts with the sound of boat horns outside my window. I live in a riverview apartment now, so a lot of mornings, that's what wakes me up. And for a lot of Chinese people, drinking hot water is the first thing in the morning. There's this Chinese saying, eat well in the morning, eat full at noon, and eat light at night. I have no idea if that's actually scientific, or if our parents just made it up to make sure we eat on time. This is a xiaolongbao, a really common Chinese breakfast food in China. I usually have them for breakfast because they are super convenient, and I can eat one in a single bite. A lot of young people in China skip breakfast now because they are too busy. Alright, time to go to work. It's a rainy season in Chongqing right now, so sometimes there's a light drizzle in the morning. I usually take the subway, and in Chongqing, even getting to the station can feel a little ridiculous. What looks like ground level is sometimes not actually ground level at all. And yeah, every subway station in China has security checks. They check your bag and even your water. It can be a bit annoying sometimes, but it does make things safer. In China, it's very common to see grandparents taking care of kids. A lot of parents are busy working, so raising kids often becomes something the older generation help with. Most people on the subway are just on their phones. Everyone looks kind of tired. I usually close my eyes and rest for a bit. Alright, I'm here. This is the building where I work. The first thing I do every day is clock in on my phone. My workday doesn't officially start until I do that. The system is connected to the GPS, so I have to be within about 100 meters of the office for it to work. A lot of companies in China do attendance like this now. It's convenient, but sometimes it also feels like work is tracking time a little too closely. This is my desk. I really like Chinese tea, so I keep a tea set at the office. I'm gonna go downstairs and get a coffee. Luckin is kind of like China's version of Starbucks, except it's way cheaper, probably around a third of the price. It's everywhere in office buildings like this, so for a lot of office workers, it's just part of their routine. You order on your phone and then you go pick it up. I work in social media marketing, so a big part of my day is just being online, checking trends, looking at content, and seeing what people are talking about. Alright, a lot of phone apps don't really work in China, like Google, Instagram, X, YouTube, all of that. And from the outside, I think people hear that and assume life here must super feel restricted. But honestly, when you actually live here, it doesn't feel like that dramatic. That's because people already have local apps for almost everything. For example, Weibo is basically China's X. A lot of people check trending topics and see what everyone is talking about that day. And yes, online speech is controlled to some extent. Sometimes comments get filtered. Sometimes certain posts just don't spread very far. Then there's Xiaohongshu. A lot of people compare it to Instagram. But honestly, it's more than that. People use it for travel tips, outfit ideas, cheap flight deals, even random life stuff. If you want to know how people actually live somewhere, Xiaohongshu is usually a pretty good place to start. So yeah, something absolutely blocked, but daily life here doesn't really feel empty because of that. It just runs on different system. It's lunchtime now, and I'm scrolling Meituan trying to decide what to eat. Meituan is like China's version of Uber Eats. The big difference is that a lot of countries, delivery drivers use cars, but in China, most of them use e-bikes. Sometimes I order delivery, but sometimes choosing what to eat feels harder than the job itself. So today I'm just going downstairs. There are all kinds of restaurants in this office area. Today I'm getting Chinese style fast food. It's kind of like China's version of KFC, except instead of burgers and fries, they serve all kinds of Chinese stir-fry dishes. You can see meat dishes are more popular here. There's still a lot of vegan dishes left. I'm gonna get 2 meat dishes and 1 tomato and egg stir-fry. Tomato and egg is one of those really common home-style dishes in China. Pretty much everyone grows up eating it. They don't charge by combo here. They weigh whatever food you put on your plate.
直接是
买的会员卡吗？
对，
支付宝买的吗？
对对对
支。付宝不刚刚整多少？支付宝不刚刚。
And these days, a lot of restaurants in China also have discount coupons. After paying with Alipay, my total was only 11.3 yuan, which is about 1.6 US dollars. Rice and drinks are free too. Do you think that's a good deal? And in restaurants like this in China, you usually don't have to return your tray yourself. That's really nice for people from countries where tipping isn't part of the culture. I really like this kind of food. A lot of people think Chinese food is always oily, but there are actually plenty of lighter dishes too. After lunch, a lot of people go for a walk around the office park. I see this cat here all the time, and sometimes people feed it. And this is kind of crazy. But within like 100 meters, there are 3 convenience stores. One Chinese chain called Meiyijia, one Family Mart, and one Lawson. There's even a low-budget transformer standing guard over the place. Just kidding. And over here, there's a big board. If your boss doesn't pay you, it tells you what to do. Hopefully, I will never need that. After lunch, we usually turn off the lights and rest for about 40 minutes. A lot of people in China are used to taking a nap after lunch. If people do that in your country too, let me know in the comments. Now it's time to get back to work. I start work at 8:13 in the morning and usually finish at 6. Yeah, I know a lot of people have heard of China's 996 schedule, working 9 to 9, 6 days a week, but my jobs are a little different. We call it a 大小周. We do 1 week with 1 day off, and then the next with 2 days off. I usually work 8 hours a day, but when things get busy, I still have to stay late sometimes for no extra pay. Yes, you heard that right, it's unpaid. And I think it's pretty normal at a lot of companies in China right now. Alright, I'm off work now. I just need to clock out on my phone, and that's officially the end of my workday. I'm thinking about ordering dinner before I get home. In Chongqing, delivery usually takes about 30 to 40 minutes. If the restaurant is nearby, sometimes it's closer to 20. So if the timing works out, the food should show up right around the time I get home. Taking the subway is cheap, and at least you don't have to deal with traffic. But honestly, it can still be pretty exhausting.
The last thing I need to do before heading home is pick up my package. Usually the delivery guy will call and ask if you are around to grab it. If you are not, you can ask him to leave it in package locker, and you can pick up after work.
I just have to type in the pickup code the delivery guy sent me. And the locker is only free for 24 hours, which is honestly makes sense. Otherwise, what if people just never came to get their package?
Honestly, package locker I think is super convenient. You can just go and get your stuff anytime. It's whatever day or night. And nice, our delivery food already here. See?
Lately, I've been really into dumplings. I eat them pretty much every other day. And honestly, eating dinner while watching a show after work is probably the most relaxing part of my day.
How do you usually relax after work?
Alright, so before I end this video, I want to tell you a little about my income. Right now, I can make $700 a month, but after my social insurance and my basic living expenses, I think honestly isn't that much left. And to be honest, it's pretty normal for a lot of ordinary people here, and especially for a lot of young people in China. Just finding a stable job right now already hard enough. So anyway, I think I'm going to end this video here. So can you please subscribe to my YouTube? And I'd like to hear your thoughts. What should I show next? Let me know in the comments. Bye bye.